Thanks for stopping by Tools, Tactics, and Training for my first review. This will be a tool review of a Boker Arbolito Venador hunting knife. We'll start off with the stats. It is made in Argentina. The overall length is 10 inches. The blade length is 5 inches. It's a drop point blade style with a hollow grind and a satin finish. The weight listed on Boker's website is 5.7 ounces. I measure it, however, at 7.1 ounces, 10.1 ounces with the sheath. So that's an important note. The Boker website appears to be incorrect there. The blade thickness is 0.2 inches or 5 millimeters. The blade material is N695 steel. That is a Austrian 440C steel with the same exact components as Boker's other 440C steels from what I've found on their website. So it's just where it comes from is Austria instead of Germany from what I'm seeing. The handle material is Guayaquil ebony. That is a form of ironwood, also called lignum vitae. I'll define that later. The retail price is $149.95. The average online price that I've found is $90 to $100. I'd have to rub it in though. I did find it for $81 on sale. So that was a great price, but even at the $90 to $100 range, I feel this is a good quality knife for that cost with great materials. Comes with a limited lifetime warranty that I'll define later. And yeah, in general, I really like this knife. Manufacturer's description for the Boker Arbolito Venador. This impressive hunting knife is perfectly suited for large game, but is also a great companion for camping and trekking trips. The hollow ground blade is made of premium Böker N695 steel and has a fine satin finish. The decorative cutting edge gives this massive knife added appeal. The handle scales, made of selected Guayaquil ebony wood, are attached to the tapered tang with attractive mosaic pins, red fiber underlay, and it comes with a high-grade sheath made of selected Argentinian cowhide. I love the tapered tang design. You don't see that in very many production knives. You can see it's very thick and then it tapers off. That really doesn't reduce the strength of the knife very much. It does reduce the weight a lot though. For how big of a blade this is, the weight is right on where I like it. The manufacturer, 1983 is when Boker Arbolito Argentina opened. They produce high quality hunting and kitchen knives. They demonstrate the highest production quality and material selection for professional use, outdoor activities, or knife collectors. Comes with a limited lifetime warranty, which I'll talk about later. So, my thoughts on this knife. It's an extremely nice knife. It's well made, good materials. The balance is very nice. The weight is good. It's solid. I love the full tang. I love the tapered full tang. That's something I've never had before, and I like that feature. I love the mosaic handle pins. They're great. They look good and they work well. I love the Guayaquil ebony wood scales. Very tough, very nice, fits well. The lanyard hole does fit 550 cord. The spine appears to be 90 degrees for fire still. Looks like it's got a good spot right here. And then the jimping is also great. It doesn't hurt with long-term use like some of the other knives I have that have good jimping. But also it serves a purpose. Like it definitely gives you grip. There's lots of belly for skinning and cutting, yet it retains a decent tip for piercing. It's easy to sharpen because of the hollow grind. The handle feels good in regular and reverse grip. My hands are large size glove hands. To give you an idea, you have a little bit extra room on the handle there. I also love the flare out at the bottom. That keeps you from... it's easier to retract the knife, pull it out. It's also easier to chop if you had to chop with it. Let's see. A rarity, it comes with a really nice leather sheath. The drop-in style sheath is great. One thing I really like about it is how discreet the knife looks when it's in the sheath. When this is on your side, it's a nice gentleman's style knife. It's not tactical looking. It's not going to freak people out when you're hiking down the woods. Yet it is a nice big blade that's hidden inside that sheath. So I really like the sheath. It's not the best for wet conditions, but That's always something you got to keep in mind. Alright, so a couple of cons for this knife. There's really not many, but the sheath, although really nice, as you can see, has no drain hole. So it's something to keep in mind. I wouldn't store the knife in the sheath, and I would keep it, dry as possible, obviously. There's some minor manufacturer defects. The red fiber underlay right here at the bottom of the knife is not perfect. It's not a deal breaker to me, in my opinion. It's just something that you want to keep in mind and that I noticed. Let's see. The tip of the fingered choil is just a little bit sharp, so keep that in mind. It's not bad. It's not going to cut you, but it's not super comfortable to have your finger up against. It'd probably be fine with gloves. And then the swedge is off. The grind of the swedge is a little bit off. So if you can see on this side, the swedge goes all the way to the tip, and then on this side, the swedge stops right here, short of the tip. That makes it look bent. If you can see, the tip looks bent there. I've confirmed it is not bent. It's just a side effect of the way that swedge was ground. The negatives for that is that the tip will be just slightly weaker. But it's not, again, that's not a deal breaker for me. That's something that that I could deal with, that it'll still work just fine. One other thing to keep in mind, if you're going to be using this as a hiking knife, camping knife, that kind of thing, it is very well built, and a side effect of that is it's a little bit heavy compared to some other knives like a Mora. But again, this is solid and beefy, and I think that makes it worth the extra little weight. And with that tapered tang, it's really not as heavy as it could be. So there's the pros and cons. Really like this knife in general. It's excellent. Alright, so for Boker's limited lifetime warranty, it's only good for the original owner. You gotta make sure to register your knife to prove that ownership when you get it. It's easy to do on their website. The documentation comes in the box with the knife. Our warranty has been in effect for over 135 years. This is from Boker's webpage. Any Boker product that is defective in material or workmanship will be repaired or replaced by us at no charge to the customer. Their warranty reads that every Boker product is guaranteed to be free from defects in material and workmanship for the life of the product to the original owner. Key words. If this item should fail under normal use, another key word, we will repair it or replace it at no charge with an item of equal or better value. Some things that they don't cover is blade rusting, particularly on carbon steel blades, blade breakage, especially after more than a year of ownership, handle scales cracking or breaking, or any knife that's been converted to an automatic knife. So there is some things there that they don't cover, but it is good warranty from what I see. They charge you $5 for shipping and handling, and if it's covered under the warranty, they refund that. So there you go. That's the warranty for Boker. So let's define the tapered tang. Tapered tang. The width of the tang gradually decreases in one or more of the dimensions along its length. Tapered tangs may feature thinning along the spine from blade to pommel, thinning from spine to belly, or even hollowing from the edges toward the midsection of the tang stock. This is an uncommon but sophisticated design used to reduce the amount of material, and thereby the weight, in the handle of the tool, without significant sacrifice of strength along horizontal and vertical vectors. And one key thing is why you don't see in this production knives as much is the handle scales are much more difficult to make sure they're spot on. You've got to adjust them for the tapered tang. So I really like that feature. And as far as the Guayacan ebony wood for the scales, it's also called lignum vitae. It's a trade wood, also in parts of Europe and the Caribbean and along the northern coast of South America. It's been an important export crop to Europe since the beginning of the 16th century. The wood was once very important for applications requiring a material with its extraordinary combination of strength, toughness, and density. This wood will sink in water. It doesn't float. And it has so many resins and things in it that, again, it's almost waterproof. It was great for boat uses, all kinds of different things. So there's these handle scales, the wooden Guayaquil ebony wood. Alright, and then also we'll define a hollow grind. I know a lot of people know this, but if you don't, why not learn it? So a hollow grind is a hollow ground blade is a knife blade that has been ground down to create a characteristic concave beveled edge along the cutting edge of the knife. This effect is accomplished by starting the grind below the midpoint of the knife, creating a small wedge with concave sides that is extremely sharp and very easy to care for. This is used in skinning knives and things that are cutting flesh a lot because, again, it's easy to care for and it's easy to make it extremely sharp. So I think that's a great choice for this type of knife. Alright, thanks for joining me on Tools, Tactics, and Training for the first review of the Boker Arbolito Venador. I'm going to do an intro video, but for those that haven't watched it or don't care to watch it, I want to point out that I'm doing this channel for myself and to spread knowledge and help others. I'm not doing it to please everybody. I don't care about your misgivings about my reviews. I'm certainly open to constructive criticism, but trolls, go ahead and move on to another bridge. I don't give a crap about what you think. So, for all those that are not trolls and that are here just to, see this knife and see what it's all about, thanks for stopping by.